You sacrifice your time, your money, and your sanity to pull someone out of rock bottom. But instead of loyalty, how did they repay you? With a knife in the back. They criticize you, envy you, and eventually abandon you. If this has happened to you, you aren't naive. You've just stumbled into a dark psychological trap that philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche warned us about over a century ago. Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you will never look at helping people the same way again. The brutal truth no one wants to admit is that receiving massive help creates a toxic emotional debt. When you help someone financially or emotionally, you instantly shift the invisible balance of power. You become the savior. They become the dependent. Helping might feel noble to you, but to them, it is an invisible humiliation. Nietzsche called this the will to power, our core human drive to feel strong and capable. When you rescue someone in their weakest moment, you become a permanent witness to their vulnerability. A fragile ego cannot handle knowing that you saw them completely broken. So, to escape that intense discomfort, they reject the source of it. They reject you. Over time, their initial gratitude rots into deep resentment. The heavier the emotional debt, the more inferior they feel. Because they cannot repay you fairly, their mind creates a twisted defense mechanism. They start to devalue your help. They convince themselves you had a hidden agenda, and eventually they blame you for their own misery. By tearing you down, they falsely elevate themselves back to your level. Sometimes your help acts as a dangerous mirror. Your stability, discipline, and success force them to look at their own failures. Instead of rising to meet your standard, it is much easier for a weak mind to drag you down. If they betrayed you, it rarely stems from pure malice. It stems from a fragile ego collapsing under the weight of its own inadequacy. So, do you stop helping entirely? No, but you must change how you help. The golden rule is this: never help in a way that creates dependency. Instead of solving their problems, force them to participate in the solution. Never help just to be liked, and never, ever expect eternal gratitude. Remember this final truth: strong people appreciate your help, but weak people experience it as a threat. Stop sacrificing yourself to save people who refuse to save themselves. If this harsh reality opened your eyes, hit subscribe to master the dark psychology and invisible power dynamics that control your life.